What is up, super fam? Welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. I am Sensei Finito, and this is Battery CEO. And Battery, tell them what we're doing today.
Today, we're going to be talking about M. Night Shyamalan's Old. We just got back from the theater from checking it out. Man, it was a roller coaster of emotions, I'll tell you that.
I can agree with you there, brother.
Before we get started, please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Marvel Bros 23 on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel, where we post all of our content and a lot more.
That is right. And you can also check us out live right now on our website, www.marvelbros.com, where you can purchase our merchandise, check out our Twitter posts, and, just stay up to date with all of our content, as well as join our Discord. There is a link to our Discord on our website, and in our Discord, we talk about all the content we post here, and there's a lot more discussions going in there almost daily. So make sure you guys jump in there and join the discussion and the conversation. And don't forget to like. And if you've seen this movie Old, jump into the comment section. If you haven't seen this movie, you don't have to worry, because these first 15 minutes that we do are going to be non-spoilery. So we won't ruin the movie for you guys at all or anything like that. It's all going to be non-spoilers for the first 15 minutes. And then we're going to get into spoilers after that. So go ahead and start us off, my brother.
All right. Right off the bat, you have to watch this movie. I highly recommend anyone to watch this movie. It's not a horror movie, but it's got a couple.
I think it was promoted as a horror movie, though,
yeah,
right?
But it's definitely more of like a thriller, mystery, type of vibe going on with the movie, which was pretty awesome, I think. And I think they made it work really, really well. The story was not what I expected, and that was literally, it was a roller coaster, of emotions, and
for real.
I am sad we didn't watch this movie over Snake Eyes, honestly.
Oh yeah, I wish we could have got that first reaction day one.
Yeah, because Snake Eyes was a complete waste of our time. Check out our review, by the way. You'll hear our full rant about that movie. But Old was amazing. What about you, man? What were your thoughts?
I honestly really liked this movie the entire time, right? I was so confused throughout a lot of the movie, you know what I mean? Because I was like, oh my goodness, they just kept you so intrigued the entire time. You know what I mean? They did a very good job of, I didn't know what was going on basically the whole movie. I didn't guess anything that was going to happen. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I was completely surprised with every single thing that they did. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I was like, oh my God, wait a second. Every moment it was kind of like, okay, I'm keeping up, but at the same time, I'm like, man, am I keeping up? What's happened here? I won't say I was confused to the storyline at all. It was just, I was confused as to,
it kept us thinking.
There you go. Yeah, it keeps you thinking. It keeps you on your toes. And every moment matters, basically. To be honest, it all matters. Even when you get to the end of the movie, every single thing mattered. And I love movies like that, especially with the circle storytelling, when it all comes back around and it's they did that. They did a really good job of keeping you fully invested in the movie the entire time.
I did expect a lot of things. I guess a lot of things within the first 20 minutes. But that's just my mind, the way it kind of dissected some of the things that happened at the very beginning. And it shocked me, but I did not expect it to go the way it did towards the end, with the major twist in this movie, as an M. Night Shyamalan movie, of course. I liked how it didn't end on a cliff note, which I thought it was for a moment, and then it's not the case, and it actually gives us a really nice bookend. So there's no debate if there's going to be another one or anything like that. So I really appreciated that from M. Night Shyamalan. I really did. The score was awesome. It was honestly terrifying. It really was.
No, it did a good job of setting the dynamics of the movie, so to speak. You know, like very early on. What's up with the Team Samurai? How you doing? Good to see you back here, yo.
How's it going?
Have you seen M. Night Shyamalan's Old? If you did, let us know how you felt about it. It did a really good job of, like, I don't know, man, of just doing everything, really.
Yeah.
Like it was like, I don't want to say fan service, but it was service to the audience member, you know? Like, oh, so you have saw Old. Nice. Good. Glad to hear it, man. Tell us how you felt about it. We're in the non-spoilery section, so try not to talk about, you know, too much spoiler stuff at this time, but let us know how you felt about it. But yeah, bro, like I was fully invested. Like I just didn't know what to do. I felt like them. Like I was in the dark just like they were. Like every time they figured something out, we all got closer to understanding what was going on. It wasn't just like it didn't leave us in the dark. It just let the information come to the light slowly. You know what I mean? Like they're like, "Oh yeah, you're going on this full ride." It was a complete movie. Like, right?
Yeah,
like it
really
was a complete movie,
and it didn't feel long, which was awesome. So
it felt a little long to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it felt a little long to me.
I think it was an hour and like what 45, something like that.
I think it was like it was either hour 49 or hour 59. It was one of those.
So it wasn't like super long, you know. But this movie was honestly, it was a ride that I really appreciated going on. I don't know if I'd watch it a second time.
I agree,
because it's not like my type of movie, you know. But I had a blast watching this movie. The actors did great; they were phenomenal.
This movie. Awesome. Love to hear it, Sam. Team Samurai. But I agree.
All the actors did really good, man.
They all did a good job, and Remy said when we were leaving, she was like, they even chose good actors for every, you know what I mean, for every point of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give too much away. So, like, every point of it, they had good actors for every scene. Like, it was like, oh yeah, this is super. It was believable. It was and the moments that were corny weren't corny because they explained why it was like corny, basically. You know what I mean? Like it was supposed to be that way. Like they set it up that way purposely, so you don't feel like it's a corny moment. Like in the moment, you're like, ah, man, that's almost cheesy, but it's really not because you need to know the information that they're, you know, in the way that they're doing it. Like there's no other way to do it. I like that we got straight into this movie. How did you feel about that? Like how we literally got straight into it.
I liked how we got straight into it, but more importantly, how M. Night Shyamalan weaved in the details throughout the whole movie, and brought it all together at the end. Like, oh my god! Like when everything happened, I mean, I already kind of knew what was happening, like from that beginning, before, you know, but I didn't see it going that direction at all.
Like once we get on the island, everything from that point on was just a mystery, right?
Yeah. Oh, man, there's just so many things that happen that you would think aren't really like a big deal. But in reality, they're like the main purpose of the entire movie. And you can hear and see and feel everything unfold as it's happening, which was pretty awesome. It was honestly, this movie was a pretty awesome experience. I definitely haven't seen a movie like this in a long time, and I really appreciated this movie. I really did.
Yeah. I feel like not only have we not seen a movie like this in a long time, I feel like there isn't a movie like M. Night Shyamalan does that thing to where the movies he creates are one of a kind, like completely. And this movie was definitely one of a kind. And like you said, it was like everything that we were just mad about. Snake Eyes, like this movie performed that for, you know what I mean? Like in terms of the movie being a good movie, like this was a great movie from start to finish. Like, and just like you were saying, it everything mattered and it weaved them together so well that once you get to the end, you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. We literally were blown away at the end of this movie. The things that the characters do made sense. So I really appreciated that. You know, there wasn't like anything stupid that happened, like following the basic narrative of what typically happens to characters in a horror film, you know? Like none of that was there. Like everything that happened for a reason and it made sense. Yeah, it really did. Team Samurai, I agree.
He said this movie had emotion and dialogue, and the plot made sense.
It did. The dialogue, man. And I think I brought it up in the middle of the movie. I was like, oh my God, like this movie's like it's gonna make me cry. And like you even were like, tear, and I was like, oh
yeah, for real. It's like, bro, like I don't think we were ready for this movie. Like, to be really honest, like this isn't what we saw from the trailers, for one, and that wasn't a letdown, really. You know what I mean? But my biggest thing is I liked the movie and I didn't like the movie at the same time. But my like for the movie super outweighed my not like. You know what I mean? Because it was like I was so conflicted at some points because I was like, man, why did? But it was like, no, actually, that. And then, like, once you keep watching it, it weaved it back. You know what I mean? It was one of those things, like, what doesn't even make sense? And then you keep going through the story, and then that thing connects to that thing. So it's like, oh no, wait, that does make sense. And I liked the movie a lot, but I think, like you said, I wouldn't watch it again. It's not one of those types of movies. You know what I mean? Like the Tomorrow War, I'll watch that movie multiple times. Like I already watched it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. and I watch it more. So this isn't one like even Glass, also by Midnight Shyamalan. Split. I mean that one. Like Split, I can watch Split multiple times as well. This movie, it was literally a mind trip. Like it was like taking mushrooms and then going into a movie theater. Like like it was like literally. Just it was crazy, but I enjoyed the ride.
And getting into that, this movie had some very unusual shots throughout the film, which I thought played into this movie really, really well. The camera work was awesome, and it made us think. Like there was a couple of times where they had these weird angles, and like like particular scene at a mountain got brought up, and you even. That's how we were like, yo, like, is that what this is? You know, like everything was there for a purpose, and it didn't feel like, oh, we're gonna do some crazy shots just because we want to be different. No, like it was cohesive to the story, and
yes,
man, like it was just definitely one of the best well written stories I've ever seen, honestly.
Yeah.
But again, it's definitely one I probably only watch once. If I watch it twice, it's because I'm with the fam that haven't seen it, and I'm just kind of there to see their reactions, kind of thing, you know. But like other than that, I don't know if I'd ever see myself rewatch this movie.
I couldn't agree with you more on that.
Getting into the kind of spoilers of this movie.
Okay.
What?
I watched Snake Eyes today. We can talk about that later, Sam.
Yeah. What were you thinking coming into this? Like, what did you think we were going to see?
Coming into this movie, I honestly thought we were going to see some type of horror movie. I thought that there was, I don't know, maybe there was going to be like a type of threat that was like the villain or something along the lines of that, you know, just like more of a horror aspect of everything. Like, just like, like, oh my God, like shit's happening. Like, that's really what I expected to like coming into the movie. And I was a little disappointed when I realized that that's not what we were getting. And then the disappointment quickly went away because of how good the movie actually was.
Yeah.
How about you?
Okay. Coming into this movie, I definitely thought it was gonna be like a really like a horror movie because that's what the trailers made it kind of out to be. I'm not mad that we got what we got though. I think it honestly probably works better this way because of the way the story worked with. And again, we're in spoiler territory now, so we're gonna say some
big
stuff.
Spoilers.
And how it kind of revolved around the idea of like pharmaceutical companies taking advantage of sick people. Which is what I kind of guessed was going to happen, like over dialogue that happened in the very beginning of the movie. They started talking about pharmaceuticals, and I was like, okay, they're the ones that are going to be behind this whole thing.
Exactly.
And
but
then
it was like, why though? That's what was weird.
And then I think once we got there, I noticed that there was something wrong with the dude, and there was something wrong with someone else, and I was like, okay, maybe I think they're all sick. Someone's either one or all of them have something wrong with them. And so I was able to kind of foreshadow a lot from the details that I was kind of paying attention to, which isn't a bad thing. I thought that was a great thing on their part because it kept me intrigued, and it wasn't to the point where like I guessed the whole movie right from the get-go. It was more of like I just guessed half the puzzle. The rest of the puzzle didn't.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. And I think what we guessed, they set up to be guessed. You know what I mean? Like we didn't figure out anything that they didn't want us to figure out. Like, it was like we were way before anyone in the movie, like in the actual movie, we were like, bro, why are they all sick? Like, why are they not noticing that they're all sick? Like, I know it's like, bro, what is okay, so they're it's like, okay, they're definitely there for a reason, but the reason was not what I expected at all.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, yeah, that was awesome.
Team Samurai, why'd you like this movie? Do you have any specific details that you thought were a reason to like this movie? Or do you have any dislike? Did you not like anything in this movie? Let us know. And this goes for everyone else as well who's tuning in. Let us know how you thought this movie was. Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Join the discussion. So, all right. So, there were some major turning points in the movie, right?
Yep.
So, when we see these like major turning points, how were you feeling at the time? Like, what do you think was the first major turning point of the movie? Let's start with that.
I think all the major turning points revolved around them aging. So, like, whenever we saw a significant gap in aging, like the dialogue just got more interesting. The characters, more things about the characters started to unfold. We started to see more and more of the illnesses, which I thought was interesting. And I don't know, it just everything they did made this movie work. Honestly, like, and I think those pivotal aging moments are what we needed. Because it's what kept us interesting, and it just kept getting worse and worse, and more emotional and more emotional, more reactive, and all of a sudden, like, it was literally a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah. Like when the whole baby thing happened, wasn't expecting that. I mean, from the trailer, I think we see her pregnant.
We see her pregnant. Yeah,
but seeing how it happened,
and even surprised. The build up to it, it was just like, whoa,
like we were literally like, wait, is this really going to happen right now? Like, is this? And I don't know, man. This movie was just way more emotional than I thought it was going to be.
They definitely focused on the emotional turmoil. Some guy, my man Tristan said, some guys, my Snake Eyes movie figure just came in today. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Nice.
If it's actually Snake Eyes, like that's dope. I know that's good. I know that's saucy. If you're in our Discord, you should drop a picture in there so we can see it. But like I agree with you, like you said, with the aging being like major turning points in certain moments because like I think the first age that we saw, like that first gap in age from them going to 6 to 11, I believe, like for the little boy, he went from 6 to 11. Even the way they did it, like it wasn't just like boom, oh here you go. It was like a lead up to that reveal, you know. Oh, and you're getting Storm Shadow soon. That's definitely awesome.
It's pretty awesome, man.
I know those look dope. I know those look awesome. But I think each one did a good job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we were saying too, each actor did a good job portraying the age.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, they wouldn't have just grown up into being an adult. You know what I mean? They're still 6 and 11 years old. Like, that's still them. Like, it doesn't change. And those actors did a good job of portraying how they would be, feeling and acting.
And you know what? That was something I really appreciated. I don't want to bring it up earlier because I don't want to spoil anything. Is that as they age, they're still 6, they're still 11 years old, and like you could see that play out. I feel like the boy definitely got a little smarter, though. I mean, obviously, as they got older, their brains developed more.
His brain started
they started thinking about things more, and that even gets brought up between two characters, and I really like that. But for the most part, they're still kids at heart.
Exactly.
And it broke my heart in the end, and like, I don't even know if I want to reveal the end because it's such a major
yeah. Old, I'm not gonna see it because I haven't been an M. Night Shyamalan fan since Signs, to be honest. Man,
Signs was pretty good. Hey, I'll tell you what, this movie's good. This movie's really good.
This is a good movie. It's definitely worth watching.
And honestly, it's pretty similar in terms of Signs, in terms of like the vibe that you get, or like, Signs. Oh, Signs is a classic, honestly, in my opinion. I really enjoyed Signs. But I don't know. Like, I really enjoyed the aspect of them being the same character, I guess, because of the age.
Yeah, Tristan, definitely check it out because it's definitely worth it.
It's worth the watch.
A great movie. It's really a great movie, but
I can see why it wouldn't be for everyone, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely are going to be. This is what I said when we left the movie theater. I was like, this is the most Shyamalanist movie that he could have ever created, ever. You know what I mean? Like, think of everything we know about M. Night Shyamalan. Like, this embodies all of that in this one movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree with that statement. I'm just going to call the Snake Eyes movie Storm Shadow. That's what we've been talking about for sure. But yeah, like, it was just like, man, he really put his all into this movie, especially with the cinematography. That was beautiful, by the way. Like, the ocean shots, the mountain shots, like, everything just looked really good. And the reveals, all the reveals were really good. Like I didn't expect any of the, like, oh, whoa, that's that. You know what I mean? The kid, I like the kid that was friends with the you know what I mean?
I like how he played an integral, like an important role in the movie. And one
very similar to the volcano kid.
Yeah. In that, I don't know, like, it just seems like it was one of those instances where like the hero kind of came out of the shadows, and I like they built the seeds for that really well at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Something else that I really, really enjoyed was the dynamic between the mom and the dad of the primary characters in the movie. Right off the get, they have a complicated relationship. One of them is sick, I believe. You find out what she has during the film.
Yeah.
And the guy, I don't know, their dynamic just evolved so well throughout the movie. And it was definitely one of my favorite highlights about this movie.
Yeah. I agree with you completely with that.
I think the only character that I really didn't like, but I understood why she did the things she did, was the rich white girl.
Oh yes.
The sugar mom,
wife, the other one. Yeah, to the doctor,
the old rich dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like her character was the one I liked the least, only because it was so cliche for me, honestly.
I think they wanted her to be super cliche like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It was
I
very
love the
cliche.
doctor character though. He was actually kind of funny, honestly, and we were kind of laughing in there too.
The who character?
The doctor,
Oh yeah,
the
Oh, that's
her husband. I think they were married, right? I'm
yeah,
pretty sure they were married.
yeah. They were married, and then the little girl was their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that just their dynamic was really cool too.
Yes.
And kind of and seeing how like his illness kind of unfolds, and we just kind of assumed what it was. I mean, we didn't know
Yeah.
what it was for sure. I thought it was like amnesia or like
Yeah. I
him
thought he had dementia.
forgetting
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. That's what me and Remy thought as well, was that it was dementia, but
It turns out to
I
be
I like
something else.
schizophrenia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
schizophrenia.
Yeah, and I like that. And I really like that. I like it's like, yo, this is a freaking wonderful movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they did a really good job of planting the seeds, like showing us that, you know, we can really get to a better point
Mm-hmm.
of this movie. You know what I mean? Tristan said, someday in my film career, I want to do a samurai film for Netflix. That would be awesome. Netflix does not have enough samurai.
Are always great. That'll be awesome.
Samurai films are amazing. And then
let us know. We'll watch it.
Imagine we definitely will watch it and review it real quick. Yep. Imagine Marvel Studios doing a Wolverine movie with Tom Hardy, and I get the guy who played Storm Shadow to play Silver Samurai. That would be dope. Yeah, that would be really dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty cool.
That would be really dope.
Did you like the twist at the end?
Yes, I was confused.
Okay.
So, I was confused at first with the twist at the end. And I mean, we're in the spoiler section, but I still don't want to say too much of anything.
It's such a good twist that I really want to give
such a good twist that I don't want to give it away. So I'm just gonna say that it did blow my mind completely because that's not what I expected. You know what I mean? Like as far as the reasoning behind the twist, you know what I mean? Like and the depth of how the twist goes.
Yeah.
It all took me by complete surprise.
Yeah. And you know what? Like I said before, I did expect a twist in terms of like who's responsible, but like I didn't realize the scope of like how big this actually is. And I don't know. I was just blown away. The writing was just so good. The themes that we see in this movie were impactful. They added to the story. I don't know. Like this movie was just really good. I highly recommend you all check this movie out at least once and let us know what you guys think, because this is a pretty good movie.
This movie was great for sure. I think that M. Night Shyamalan did his thing with this movie for sure. And I think he could do more. I would love to see like more of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because there could be another movie, like for sure. This could definitely have a 2. Like, even though it ended the way it did, like that doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Because especially because he's M. Night Shyamalan, so he's gonna make a lot of twists regardless. And I think this movie was like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I think this movie was the best that it could have been.
No, I agree.
Like, I don't know. I
don't know how it could have been better.
Exactly.
Because the the interactions between this movie and the writing and everything just worked. It just blended well. If they tried to make the movie better, it'd almost be kind of like over. I don't want to say overdoing it, but like over cliched. Honestly,
yes.
So where you're kind of like, oh, why'd they do that? Like, you saw it coming a mile away. If they tried to do it better, I feel like that's the type of thing that would happen. Is you'd be able to see everything that happens. But the sheer mystery just from this movie was a highlight throughout the entire film.
No, honestly. And it made the movie so much better because, like we were saying, like there was moments where we could like we were like, okay, we figured this out and we figured
Mhm.
this out. But it's like, what connects these 2 points together?
Yeah.
And it was, you just never knew. Like, you knew what the next point was, but you never ever like
Mhm.
seen it coming though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so just it was like sidewinders. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I loved that. I loved that.
I really don't know what else to say, man. Because I'm almost at a loss for words for this movie. You know, it puts me in such a strange place, but in a good way.
I agree. And that is where my like and dislike kind of spawns from.
Yeah.
But the like just overwhelms the
Mhm.
dislike though. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
like we said, it would have been too predictable if any of the other things were
Mhm.
to, like happen.
Yeah.
And they didn't happen so that way. So um do you think that they built a good world? Like, so to speak, like even though it still exists in like this world, how we know things to exist, do you think that they created a good dimension or whatever you want to call it?
I think so. I just think they definitely kind of destroyed the world that they made with the ending they had.
Mm.
You know, uh, because this movie has such a great turnaround end. Um, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think it would have been like if they stopped it at a certain point, which we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
involving the ocean. I don't know if I would have enjoyed a sequel. You know, it would have been cool because we could have understood
Mm.
it more as to like how maybe it started or like what were the events that took place prior. That could have been cool to see. However, I like the way they brought this movie to an end. Um,
Okay, so check
and
me
it
out.
made sense.
What if the book in plot that they showed us, what if that is not the only that?
Mhm.
And there are other places like that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, that was just a fact, that wasn't even the whole thing.
Mhm.
What if they gave us a prequel?
Ooh. I mean, I would like to see that because
Like the book, where the book came from, all about the book and all the information and data that was, yeah. I think that would be
because
awesome.
at a certain point you see a like a plaque that says to those this is for the memory of
Yes.
those in the first
Mm-hmm.
expedition. You know
Mm-hmm.
that could have been that could be like the very first a good prequel movie that I would love to see. You know,
Ooh.
and just kind of give us the background as to like how it all happened. You know, that'd be really
Yeah,
cool.
that
Like how
would
they
be
found
cool.
it and stuff. Um,
I would really like that. Kind of like give us. I think that backstory would kind of be similar to like in
mhm.
Big Hero 6. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? How that is like that whole
yeah.
type of vibe that they gave us and
Mhm.
for the villain there. I think that would be a really good. I think that would be awesome, yo. I think this movie was tremendous. Like, I really do.
Mhm. Real quick, Tristan, American Assassin, dope movie. Dope
Mm.
movie. I definitely love that movie. Uh, Dylan O'Brien, he's one of
Good
my
movie that I
favorites.
watched last year was American Assassin with Michael Keaton and Dylan O'Brien.
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there, uh,
Mm.
but it's a pretty good story. What on the Marvel Bros. Scale? Where would you put this movie?
Like, this was a really good movie, but I would give it like a 3, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, to be
Okay.
honest, I would give it a 3
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna watch it again. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Mhm.
and there were a lot of points that I was like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think that for me, the 4, it didn't hold up to that
Mhm.
4.
Yeah.
And then the 3.5, like, I guess I can give it a 3.5, but
Yeah.
like 3 is really how I'm feeling on the Marvel Bros
Mhm.
scale. Like, you know, a
Yeah.
3, like a solid 3 of
Mhm.
being a good movie. It's worth the watch. And I'm not gonna watch it again, mind you.
Mhm.
Uh, and I don't think I would be mad if we didn't have the pass. I don't think I would be mad if I paid for this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the confusion that we felt during the movie got a bookend to make you
Mhm.
not leave confused. It
Yeah.
was a good trip of a movie. Like, it was really trippy, and that was awesome.
Mhm.
I think it was overall a good movie, but I don't think it was an overall like really great movie. But I
Yeah.
think he did like a tremendous job of executing what he wanted to do. And
Mhm.
I kind of think the fact that the movie couldn't have been better kind of makes, you know what I mean? Like all of
Mhm.
that, putting all of that into consideration,
Mhm.
it makes me give it like a solid 3. Like it's a
Yeah.
big 3. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe like I want to say a 3.5, but I just can't.
Yeah.
How about you?
You asked me prior to the start of the movie. I just said
Mm-hmm.
4 right off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Only because I gave M. Night Shyamalan the benefit of the doubt.
Yes. Oh, my man lagged out a little bit. My man lagged out right at the peak of the conversation. You might have to just refresh real quick. But if you guys have seen Old, let us know how you feel about it. Because I think it was, like I said, I think it's a solid 3. So give us your opinion in the comment section. Definitely join the conversation and let us know how you guys are feeling about this one. Um, because M. Night Shyamalan's Old, great movie, great trip, good movie, good trip. Not, I don't know. The actors were on point, but then they kind of weren't. You know, that's kind of how I felt throughout the movie. It was like, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, no, and then that ping pong kind of through the whole thing. And then once we get to the end, it gave it a good wrap up. So, you know, I felt that was awesome. I felt like that was awesome, but it was just not to the exact height or the level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let us know, guys. How did you feel? How did you feel? Are you going to be checking out Old? Okay, guys, and I guess we got a little technical difficulties on battery side. So, with all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and bring it to a close right now. I hope you guys do check out Old because it definitely is worth the watch. Check it out with your friends and family. Um, so yeah, it's a great movie. Check it out, and we hope you guys join our Discord, so you can join our conversations that we have. We talk about a lot of different things in our Discord, and I think M. Night Shyamalan might be something that we talk about as well once more members of the Discord have seen it. You know what I mean? And we also just saw Snake Eyes the other day. So if you guys want to see that reaction, make sure you go check it out. We do 15 minutes of non-spoiler at the beginning, and then after that, it's all spoilery. And we had a lot of people joining in with us as well. So make sure you guys check that out because it's awesome. Our review, I think it's a decent movie. Definitely go check it out and make up your own opinion. I'm just gonna slap the Discord link in the comment section down below. We hope to see you guys join in there. Thank you, Tristan and Samurai, for joining us and having a good convo with us. And with all that being said, you guys, thank you for joining in. If you haven't already, drop a like and a comment on the stream. Make sure you subscribe because we post trailer reactions weekly and we always post content as well. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Marvel Bros 23. so you can stay up to date with all of our latest content. And also visit our website, www.marvelbros.com, where you can purchase our merchandise and join our Discord and follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying, guys? So with all that being said, for the last time, we bid you adieu, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow where we go live with the pop culture news of the last week. Make sure you tune in. Peace. Marvel Bros. Pop Culture News Updates are now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You can also watch Marvel Bros. Live every Sunday on Facebook.com, or you can watch them on YouTube where we upload regularly. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Marvel Bros 23 to keep up with all things Marvel and everything pop culture.